Good morning to my friends from Russia, my teacher friends from Russia. I am Maria del Carmen Ruiz Diaz Benumea. I am a teacher, such as you. Let me tell you a little bit about me. I am the owner of a small school. I have started the school 20 years ago. I studied to be a teacher, an elementary teacher, but I started my own private school. So 20 years ago I started, and now the school has 20 years. It's 20 years old. For me, it's very important education for the children of my country. So that is why I started my own school. Because it is a small school, sometimes I can't afford all the expenses. So I am also the principal of the secondary school and also the English teacher from it. I work a lot, and well, I also participated in the Teach with Deaf competition 2019. I am from Mexico. You know, Mexico. We are very near the United States, so we are very involved in the English language. Even though many people arrive to the United States and do not speak English, there are many people who is interested to learn English. So our educational system is public, but we also have private schools, and normally the private school we teach English maybe 2 or 3 times a week, 2 or 3 hours a day. It depends on the school. Well, how I get involved in the competition. The Macmillan assistant sent me a WhatsApp, and I received the link. I get inside the link and I read perfectly the invitation and I follow the instructions. And well, you know, as a teacher, you are always worried and you have a lot of work to do. So, but in this case, we have holidays, so I thought it was a good idea to try to make the video during my holidays, and I did. I checked some tutorials in the internet, and I also asked my family about ideas to make, how to make it, how to record, and how to upload, and things like that. It was not so difficult. First of all, I wrote it in a paper what I wanted to say. I have to do it only in 60 seconds, so it was a very short time. So I have to talk quickly but make it clear. So first of all, I wrote it, and then I rehearsed sometimes. I check a cell phone has a good camera. I put my earphones so it can you can listen properly, and I put the cell phone in a place that I can see correctly. Indeed, I take it in this way, and I was moving around my classrooms so they can check my classrooms, and I can feel comfortable in the real space where I work every day. What I recommend to do your best. You must not be worried of what are you going to do or how are you going to get it. I think you have to be comfortable with yourself and try to do your best. So I recorded maybe 5 times, and I said, well, stop. You are not going to be perfect. You are going to make your best effort, and it is going to work. So I won. I was very happy about winning. During my stay in London, I met this nice girl, Tatiana. She's a great teacher, and that was one of the best things I have had during my days in London. She's a great teacher. Well, the experience is priceless, really. Well, first of all, to be in London, it's, I think, if you are teaching English, and in my case, I started learning English when I was 5 or 6 years old, so it's like a challenge. You have to stay in London once in your lifetime. You have to get in a bus, you have to go to the British Museum, you have to go to Buckingham Palace, to be to Piccadilly Circus, etc. So you have to go to because you talk so many times about Shakespeare, about Charles Dickens, about so many stories, so many plays and places. So this competition lets you get this opportunity to know a place that you are talking about with your students almost all the classes. Then the other possibility is to meet teachers from different countries. It's amazing, It's like feeling like we are a global community, that we are making the same thing, that we have the same problems, and that is amazing. I love it. It's like you feel like you know everybody and you are comfortable with them. So meet teachers, it's from other countries, it's amazing, really, really. Then another opportunity in this competition is to meet Dave Spencer. If you are a user of Gateway Books, you know them, you know him when you are checking the video, and you can know his stories, his history, his experience. So when I met him, I thought I felt like I really know him. It's like he didn't know anything about me, but I knew so many things about him. So it was like a great feeling for me. So that was another interesting thing to do, to meet somebody that you have seen only in videos in your classes, and then you meet him in real life. So here is Dave, and well, he's a very nice person. He's a teacher such as we are, so he understands you. He gives you great ideas, and he's so kind that you feel comfortable also because of him during the workshop. How the competition develops my career as a teacher? Well, I think it's amazing. I think like I lose 10 or 15 years because of this competition. First of all, because I get motivated. Since the first moment that I said I'm going to try, and I started learning new technology and to get involved about videos, social media, how to upload, YouTube, things like that. It was like everything was new for me, and I was really very nervous. So even though if I didn't have won, really I have learned. I will learn. I will have learned because you are trying to do your best and you are checking the new possibility. So first of all, my career was motivated because of this competition. Then, well, for sure, you are with teachers, you are in a course, so you are going to learn strategies, you are going to remember things that maybe you have forgotten, or maybe because of the routine now you are not practicing anymore. So that is one interesting thing that happened because of this training. Then after the workshop, when I returned to my country, I have been sharing my experience with other colleagues, and that is also amazing because you can, through this experience, you can know other teachers, you can share your experience with this other teacher, and you are constantly being motivated with all the teaching environment. So it was also very interesting to share experience, and at the end you can influence the teaching environment. We are in an area of influencers, and the young people are very common for them. It's very common to the influencers, how to influence people. So we are influencers. We are the real influencers now, and you have to influence the teenagers, the children, young adults, and this is a very good way. Well, now let me talk about a little bit about Gateway. Well, I'm not a seller. I'm not a part of Macmillan. I am a really user of Macmillan. I decided to work in Macmillan, so let me tell you how was my experience working. I have been working with Macmillan 3 years with Gateway, so I really love Gateway. It helps me with the pronunciation, with the grammar, to prepare the certifications, to make children speak, to make children write, to develop life skills. So today I want to talk to you very quickly about life skills. Why are they so important to children? Teaching English is the most demanding subject nowadays in the Mexican curriculum, because you have to move brains, you have to motivate, you have to inspire, you have to generate interest, you have to organize mind, you have to develop mental skills, you have to generate reflection. So how can you do all of this? So let me show you one page of Gateway. Here you can see a page of Gateway to Life Skills. It tries to teach children autonomy. When you are in this part of the Gateway books, you can find this kind of material. And first of all, what you have here the objectives. For example, in this case, is to think about where and when to study, to see how other students organize their time and space, to create a weekly study plan. You are going to find always a reading with the audio, so they can check the real pronunciation from an English speaker. And then you are going to have a reading comprehension question. You are going to check some new concepts that they are going to learn. Then you are going to have a video that, in this case, it's made with teenagers, so they are going to feel like more comfortable, because some teenagers are going to talk to them. So the pronunciation, the way they talk, etc., they give them tips. And I think all the teenagers around the world has the same problem, so they listen to the solution from children like them. And then, well, they have here a plan that in this case it's to make their own study planner, that it's very interesting, but also they can review the places where they are studying. So I think that is very interesting to compare their situation and to see their mistakes and to correct their mistakes, because we are preparing them, many of them, or we are trying that they arrive to the university or to continue their studies. So this part, how they organize their rooms, how they organize their times, in these cases, if they are playing a lot of time with video games, they are going to check in this study planner. So I think it's a great idea to do it. So try to do it. Learn from colleagues. Challenge yourself. It is possible. Look for new possibilities, new ideas, and try to get Teach with Life competition. I'm sure you can get it. Try your best. I am sure you could do it. And well, I'm going to give you my information so you can have it. You can find it in Facebook as Mari Carmen Ruiz Diaz, or in Instagram, Mari Carmen Ruiz Diaz. I also have my channel in YouTube. And well, see you soon in Russia.